Yo, halo teman-teman. Balik lagi bersama gue Aldi di channel Sebenarnya. Di video kali ini kita akan bermain game Genshin Impact kembali, yaitu mencari kebenaran di Sumeru. Oh, gue mau mengucapkan dulu selamat Hari Raya Idul Fitri bagi orang yang merayakan. Oke, kita langsung saja menuju ke gamenya, kawan-kawan. Nyalain chatnya dulu, seperti biasa. Oke guys, kita punya Nahida. Oh, mungkin gua mau ini dulu ya, farming artifact dulu kali ya. Sekalian Saino gua mau gua build elemental mastery kayaknya, apa attack ya. Setelah gua lihat nanti, ntar gua compare dah antara yang goblet attack goblet iyalah pokoknya yang attack sama yang elemental mastery bagus yang mana gitu. Oke, kita langsung saja menuju gameplaynya, kawan-kawan.
Ready to do my
Mulia
utmost.
Raja, kita sudah selesai membuild yang Mulia Raja. Atau gue ganti ya judul live streamingnya. Kayaknya gue nggak bakal ini deh, gak bakal nyelesain misi Nahida dulu. Itu besok aja dah, pas gua pitan gua ngantuk sekarang. Oke, kita langsung saja Nahida. Kita langsung open. Terus mana musuhnya?
Welcome here.
Let the show begin. I'm getting sick of this game.
Never test my patience.
Ini enak ya lihat, gue jadi kayak gitu doang sih main Nahida. Enggak gitu doang juga sih, tapi jadi lebih enak sih
Temple of Wisdom.
gue liatin.
I see everything.
Through me,
Damage yang Mulia Raja dia udah ngotak men. Tuh, ini 15.000 coba,
he's taken
itu
death.
1 doang
Your penance is due.
yang Mulia Raja gue jadi berguna men. Crit damage bagus-bagus aja sih sebenarnya, kan gua nggak main crit damage gitunya elemental master. Coba elemental master itu ada crit rate, lebih prepare pakai itu dah. Terus gua agak kaku ya, udah lumayan lama gak main Genshin.
You are not welcome here.
Itu gua udah mulai ini.
Fallen leaves adorn my night. Zita.
Everyone hold hands. I'm getting sick.
Nowhere to run. It's a crowd.
Gue 8 kali meledak. Ini gue masih level 6. Level 6 itu. Ya level 6. Tuh crit damage lagi. Giliran gak butuh crit damage. Wah, ini keren nih energi recharge buat Raiden Shogun. Kayaknya bagus deh. Yo, halo, selamat malam teman-teman.
Time to go.
Kalian di sini udah pada
Let the show be.
kelas berapa nih? Ntar gue ngehil dulu nih, lumayan.
You are
I see everything.
here. Clouds high. The birds come.
Shake yourselves at home.
Now you're testing my patience.
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Lihat
I'm getting sick of this.
Guilty.
Stuff, but don't wait.
14.000. 20.000.
I'll protect us.
Coba bayangkan. Dari damage gue yang geli-geli di 20.000 per bloomnya, men. God, it's so creepy. Gue pengen main ini juga, Little Nightmare, cuma takut. Apa gue kecilin ya layar yang kayak Genshin? Nggak ngehil lagi kan? Enggak. Oke, kita cari yang bagus ya guys ya. Wait guys, gua juga nggak pakai ini. Nggak pakai facecam.
Wind straddle. Nowhere to run.
Share my knowledge. Hey.
Surrender.
What the?
No means justice is served.
I'm getting sick of this.
Gua punya zombie.
Your penance is due.
Bahaya.
Guilty.
Ready, steady,
Ya mati
go.
dah. Gua uji. Digituin doang mati. Oke. Oh iya, BTW YouTube gua udah ada iklannya ya. Kalian skip aja karena gua belum monet lah. Di video kemarin rame kayaknya viewsnya, makanya ada iklannya. Jadi gue terpilih, men.
Welcome here.
Go, let's dance.
As one with wind and cloud.
Make yourselves at home.
Now you're testing my
Nowhere to run.
patience.
One with nature.
I'm getting. Go, Barber.
Futile.
Sabar.
I see everything.
Kita tuh kayak tinggal diam-diam juga deh, kan udah gitu.
Hey. Yeah.
Tinggal dikit-dikit doang. Tuh,
Hi.
ngebelum 8.000.
Let the show begin.
Harusnya kokomi sih, gue pengennya dapat kokomi sebenarnya. Oh ya gimana lagi? Serem banget sih gue kalau dapet si keren gitu namanya. Crit threat, crit damage tapi defense. Ini bagus sebenarnya buat si albedo. Tapi gue nggak mainin albedo. Kombonya harus dengan zombie kayak albedo. Oke guys, buat yang cari tutorial jangan di channel gue, soalnya gue jago-jago banget sih, gue cuma main gamenya doang. Oke, kita lihat misinya.
There are leaves around.
Kamu kehilangan bantuan Aida untuk sebenarnya, tapi menurut informasi darinya, kamu akan menemukan bantuan yang bisa membantu mencari di padang pasir untuk mematahkan konspirasi antara akademia dan Patui. Kamu pun mulai berpetualang sekali lagi.
And I know
Oke,
just the
kita
tune
langsung saja menuju padang pasir. Setahu gue ini tuh yang bakal ketemu dengan yang mulia Sidon. Oke, malam-malam guys. Mantap. Udah 1000 subscriber, gua ini dah giveaway.
Time to go.
Giveaway apa ya? Giveaway akun Genshin dah gue cariin di grup JB.
We finally made it to Caravan Rebot. So,
Kita ke
just past
Karavan.
this wall. Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the
Ini
outside.
luka Devata.
Oh, if it's this tall.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Lah kok ada
Over
itu?
here.
Dia ada di mana-mana
Oh,
sih
he
Allah
went that
itu.
way. Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
Siapa sebenarnya Allah itu? Apakah dia Lord Luka Devata?
What the? Where did he go? How did we lose him? They were just here a second ago.
Lah, apa kita
More
dikejar?
Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time. There's no
Oke,
need to thank me.
diselamatkan Allah hitam.
I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham.
Apa
We
sih
never
Allah
thought we'd
hitam
run into you
sebenarnya?
here.
Penting jadi akademia.
Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the heir?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer.
Kamu malah lebih menarik. Oh,
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the divine knowledge everyone says the capsule, which brings me back to you and why you're so in. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the divine knowledge capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed and you were lost in. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in
apakah
sharing
si
what
Allah
you've been
hitam
hiding from
sebenarnya
me?
ini mata-mata?
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work, but that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the divine knowledge capsule. Am I right? No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still.
That's right. We have the same plan as.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village.
Di
It's the
Aduh,
large-
boleh
It's always
juga.
better to travel with some.
Guys, kita berpergian bersama Hitam. Sekalian gua review Hitam lagi. Jadi kita terlalu cepat kayaknya ke padang pasirnya.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert.
Whoa, this landscape is really something.
Tempat ini beda beberapa kali kesini. Siapa tuh? Aja yang mulia. Momen.
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General
Oh, Hatham,
Matra.
do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your action.
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch. Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for...
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al Hatham, to the point of blocking an attack. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do...
Has Al Hatham done something wrong? Huh?
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Ah, take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormuz?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, as far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's... Let's say, if I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of...
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh! What should we do, traveler?
Well, look at you two,
Gosh,
acting all
yeah.
tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia?
Ada dia sih.
Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise these...
Yeah, sure looks that way. 2 giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your... But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of... It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to...
Naruto dan Sasuke kah?
Hey, did either of you hear... Oh,
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so...
another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Ini si yang bintang 4 kan?
All of you, over...
Someone's calling for us!
That sounded like Candace. Come on.
All right, stop you.
Oh.
Well, hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am
Oh, dia
Candace,
pelindung desa Aru.
protector of...
Our
Candice.
savior has come up. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's...
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should... As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have
Gua
set foot
pikir
within our
Simon tuh
village
raja.
itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the...
Oh,
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right,
That's what I like to hear.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should...
wait. That was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to...
Sendiri. Hah?
Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully... I began to realize that they were... Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his... The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us.
Yeah. Jadi mereka memang punya
I
rencana
realized
busuk.
then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the Academia. I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, I will never give up on this investigation.
Orang
There's no need
baik
for
sih
someone
ini.
else to give me power.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary. Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation between... The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler.
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating...
Al-Haytham?
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once...
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key
Tapi
piece
dia
of
mengungkapkan
information,
semua informasi penting.
namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me... From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to... Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of...
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Yo, halo Bang Muhammad Reski. Malam.
That's true. Hatham helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well. Maybe he's telling.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk.
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia.
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy.
As you wish.
Akhirnya akur
Good.
nih.
I'm glad to see. And now you, Dia. I believe it.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking for, but then I saw the.
Is that all? Well,
That's more like it.
Apa nih?
Whoa! What was that sound?
no need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyway,
Yeah, just
Siapa
leave him to
nih
Candace.
yang berkelahi
Don't
di
worry.
padang pasir?
The winds died down. That means the Candace still isn't back yet, though.
When you put it that way, even I'm
Apa nih yang terjadi dengan Candace? Namanya susah-susah. Nama Inggris susah. Reaksi mental. Kenapa nih? Apa dia diculik? Oh, kita bisa masuk ke situ ternyata. Lah, ada monster.
Ooh, Candace, you're still fighting?
yes. They just keep coming in waves.
Here comes.
leave this. I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go.
I see everything.
Nah, iya nih, itu
Let's dance.
Wind Strider.
Hey,
Surrender.
here comes another wave. When are they ever gonna let up?
saya sudah lihat kawan
Futile.
nice.
The creature stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm.
Well fought, everyone. No
Lah,
injuries,
ini
I hope.
siapa lagi nih?
Huh?
Tetua.
My apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I am the chief of Aru village.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now.
I can't say they've always been common. Besides sandstorms, we also
Oh, ada
occasionally
gempa
get.
juga tuh selain
So,
badai pasir.
Erminsol's withering causes withering zones in the.
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul.
everyone in Aru Village,
Village keeper?
Does your curiosity know no bound? Most of them are scholars who... The academia believes that they're crazed mutterings.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to
Pendiri
investigate.
desa hilang
One
satu
by
persatu
one,
tanpa
the
izin
village, but
sedikit
no
pun.
one in the village has
Biasanya
ever
penduduk
seen them
desa yang
leave.
melihat
If
keberadaan
you're
mereka.
planning to stay
Oh,
around
jadi
the village,
orang-orangnya tuh
I've
pada
had encounters
ngilang.
with those people.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your...
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations.
Is it because you're reminded of her? But,
Oh, kita akan
is
mencari
it
nih.
really a good idea?
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some... Let's start by finding a spot to share what...
Pada ngilang orang-orang di sini. Ah, gua teleport aja ya biar cepat.
Time to go.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essential... Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its The academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru village. A mysterious phenomenon
Oh, jadi
exists
para
here.
peneliti itu diasingkan di
When mad
sini.
scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But initially, the people of Aru village greatly resented having to take in them. Aru village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots after that.
Siapa nih
The people of...
A
yang
soft
dimaksud?
green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village?
Oh,
Paimon thinks so
Nahida.
too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their
Oh, no wonder!
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it... So, what do you make of the story? Really?
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using...
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current
Jadi
Dendro
benar
Archon.
masih aktif di
The
Sumeru.
academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukadevata. In addition, I've never heard any
Kayaknya
stories
Jong
about Lesser Lord
satu-satunya dewa
Kusanali
yang
and her
masih
deeds.
dipuja adalah
To me,
Raiden Shogun kan
she might as well have been a god
kayak
that
buat
never existed.
masalah gitu
No
kan.
way!
Dengan
Nahida
dekrit
definitely
tumburan
exists!
vision.
She's a... How should Paimon put it?
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth!
That look in your eyes. I've never seen... How can this be? To think. Our arc...
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for... But easier said...
Gas langsung.
Are you... Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll
Oh,
help me
Isak,
find my
Isak.
grandpa.
Is your grandpa
Hey, don't say that.
the person you're
Grandpa,
Ya,
I heard
Isak.
everything you...
Ah,
Orang Indonesia
I was
Isak.
plan...
Whoa. Sorry. I was only listening in.
All right.
Into the wind. Tch. Time to go.
Sampai satu misi ini selesai dah. Baru kita sudahan. Gak rame juga yang nonton.
Sino is super vigilant.
Ah, You're back already.
We just wanted to confirm.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment, unfortunately, later. However, one summer night, so Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the next morning. It's said that Isak was thrilled.
All this somehow.
Perhaps. It's also
Maybe the people.
Huh?
No, nothing.
Perhaps you are.
Ngapain lagi nih? Awak mencari kakek-kakek sekarang?
Hey, Isak! Oh, it's you! We've cleared everything up! Let's go find you. Really? Yeah!
Alright.
Wow, sudah selesai. Oke, paling segitu dulu untuk live stream kali ini. Kita pecahkan misteri dari Desa Aru di live stream berikutnya. Sampai jumpa di live stream berikutnya. Gue ucapkan sekali lagi selamat Hari Raya Idul Fitri 1444 Hijriah.